Again, I'm still called baby by girls of 21, 22. Hello, baby. You're looking, when they call me baby, I blush. Baby, but my wife now is a fairly used mother of 4.
Maybe you and one or two other women, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years old.
You're not?
No.
Well, honey, I know you are attracted to me, honey.
But y'all standards are too high.
Over 992,000 women filed for divorce in 2024. The stats have been updated. Typically, it's about a 1.5 to 2 year log of back data. So everything that happened in 2023, we have complete stats, but we don't have all the complete stats of 2024, but it just updated from 650,000 to 992,000 now that we are about halfway through the year. 992,000 women. I want you guys to understand this. Don't get your lives wrapped up in this. Now, the stats have updated for men also. 330,000 men filed for divorce in 2024. I don't know if this is going to climb even higher, but the stats are just insane. However, women filed for divorce 3 times the amount that men did. So that's crazy. I want you men out here to enjoy your lives. As I've told you, men, if you're in a marriage, if I were you, I would be filing for divorce right now. Don't wait on her to file so you can end up losing all your money like a lot of these men have. So I asked ChatGPT, I said, how much money did men lose in 2024 when it comes to divorce, such as with alimony, 50% of their income, homes, etc. And that was when the stats were 650,000. ChatGPT said that men lost around $30 billion in 2024 if 650,000 women filed for divorce. Now the stats have updated to 992,000. You may need to wake up and realize something. Enjoy your life. Stop chasing love. You live in a society that has no love. You live in a society of women that listen to celebrities, focus on reality TV stars, and they want to live the life that they live. So that's why they are all chaotic and dramatic the way that they are today. So if you live in a time where women enjoy chaos, what makes you think that a marriage will work? You signing a piece of paper is only going to have you ending up in divorce court.
Yes, women file for divorce more than men do. Should the advice be men should stop getting married? How about the men taking a step back or some steps back and asking, why are women filing for divorce? I think that should be the valid question. Healthy relationship is not about competition and spite. If you truly do care about your spouse, you should be focusing on how to make life livable for your spouse in your relationship or marriage. Not because more women are filing for divorce, then you think the best way to retaliate is to ask men to stop getting married. Many women file for divorce because they are tired of carrying emotional, mental, physical load by themselves in their relationships and marriages. In their marriages alone. Many women are tired of being mothers to grown men. They are tired of begging for communication, intimacy, and basic respect. The truth is, many marriages don't fail because women are difficult. They fail because women are tired and exhausted.
I just saw a video of a girl who was talking about the rapper Slim Thug. And she's talking about some mess between Slim Thug and Megan Thee Stallion right now, whatever. But she was talking about how Slim Thug, is sad because he's old now and he should be married by now and he's not married. You see, this is all black women can ever talk about. They always want to poke at a man that's not married as if they are marriage material. None of these women are marriage material. Slim Thug is a multi-million-dollar rapper who has a successful career, his own home, which I believe is paid for, multiple luxury cars. He travels the world. His sons appear to be fine. And this woman is talking down on him saying, his life is nothing because he's not married. I wouldn't marry none of you scallywags. Slim Thug is an intelligent man to understand that if he was to ever marry one of you, you would try to take his money and his career. You would try to milk him for everything you could get from him. Why would an intelligent, successful man be so stupid? So, with that being said, stop getting sucked into this thing on the internet that's making you, if you're not married, then you're not successful. You haven't accomplished what you're supposed to accomplish. They say things like, so what, are you just going to be boyfriend and girlfriend forever? Yes. Or if you don't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend forever, you as a man should be focusing on becoming very successful, and you can live the life of happiness that you want with women. See, if you stop trying to fall in love with women, which is one of the worst things you could ever do in this time, enjoy women. When you making millions of dollars, it's nothing for you to take women out on expensive dates because you enjoy that, because you have so much money and the money keeps coming. That is nothing for you. So if you change up and you rewire your brain, stop looking for love. Stop looking to settle down with a woman and enjoy life with women. Travel with women. Enjoy going out with women, having fun with women. Don't take it to a level where you can get your heart broken or you can get your finances broken because you chose to settle down and marry a woman. It's one of the worst things you could ever do. So take my advice. Stop allowing these women to convince you to be involved in this hustle. None of these women today are marriage material. They're not. And even if they appear to be, I don't care what comes out of their mouth, what end up happening is they'll end up divorcing you. So why would you set yourself up for failure?
It's so sad to hear a grown man speak about marriage that way. The way he sees marriage and understands it is disheartening. He obviously has the general mindset most men have about marriage. They don't think it is also their responsibility to make sure their marriage works out. In their head, it is the woman's responsibility to keep the home, keep the marriage, and make it sail smoothly, regardless of whether the men in those marriages are acting right or not. Like the society always told men, get money and you can get any woman of your choosing. In their head, with money, they can solve any marital issue they have. But that is not the truth. As a man, if you're not ready to show up fully, don't get married. Also, men should not shame women for living a situation where their needs were never met in the first place. Gone are the days when women were staying back in unconducive marital situation due to fear, shame, or survival. These days, women are walking away, and that is something a lot of men cannot handle. All of a sudden, the system is being shaken and men are being thrown into confusion because of the unpredictability of their marriage. Women have made them understand that if you don't bring your best foot forward character-wise, if you don't see me as a human and treat me accordingly as a human, respect me, there is no guarantee of forever with us, and men cannot handle that. Men should learn to be more accountable. They should learn how to accept when they are wrong rather than shifting blame on women all the time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you don't have women out there that are after men and just the money they've got. They have women like that, but such women are not many compared to women that really want to build and stay with men. A lot of women out there crave for a relationship with men, but they want men to reciprocate their efforts. A lot of men don't reciprocate. They feel entitled to how women treat them. They feel like they deserve it. It's their birthright. The man was talking about wife material. How many men out there are husband material? Like I've always said, the moment you hear a man talk about wife material, that's a red flag, because what they mean by wife material is they are looking for a woman that they can control, a woman that is mute, a woman that they can trample on. That is what they mean by wife material. You can't be out there looking for wife material where you're not making yourself a husband. Since men are acting like they have no idea of why women are divorcing them, they have no idea of why women are not happy being in relationship and marriage with them, let's have a look at how some men treat women in relationships.
I just saw a video of a girl and she said, a man told her, you're the kind of girl you marry, not date. And since I act like them, I feel like I see into their brain, except I'm a lot smarter. Duh. And I have said that to a man. I have, word for word, said, I'm gonna marry you, but I just can't date you right now. What does it mean? You got me. What does it do is the question you should be asking. What it does is it keeps you attached longer. He has to say that one thing and you're hooked. You think about it for years to come. And that's all he's trying to do, is to keep you hooked, to keep you attached, because you're his what? Reply girl. One time I really thought about it and I was like, I'm this man's reply girl. He never heard from me again. Cause I have a reply guy. I have a couple reply guys. Men talk to themselves in my DMs. You know what I mean? We all have it. What I won't be though is that for somebody else. Because I know how I'm thinking of those men in my DMs. I know how I'm thinking of those reply guys. That's how they're thinking about me, my asshole. Do better. If not for you, for me. Stand up. Please. I love you. Bye.
I want married women to comment. Do you feel like when your husband married you, he treated you like his dream girl? Because with this logic, it means that anytime a man marries you, that's because he thinks you're his dream woman. And I want the married women in the comments to really chime in. Like, whether you're divorced or married, please let us know. Because the ones that are not married have this perspective that the man only marries his dream woman. And I don't think men even appreciate a woman that much to be like, yeah, that is my dream woman and I'm going to marry her. I don't think men dream of women. I think men dream of conquering women, and that's about it. And I think that's the difference between men and women. Women are conditioned since birth to start playing house at home with their dolls, with Barbie and Ken, and being the amazing wife and man who's going to be her husband, her Prince Charming. That is not how little boys are raised. They are given a car, if anything else, and they go play some sports. And that's about it. When these little boys get older to be men, if they're thinking of a dream girl, it is not to marry her. It is to conquer her. I want people to stop spreading this narrative. And I think men started it, and a lot of women, when they can't rationalize why men are just jerks and assholes to them, they then start thinking, oh my God, I must not be his dream girl. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not enough. It has nothing to do with you, baby.
Let's talk about the dream girl narrative that so many men out there push towards women. You often hear them say, you're not like the other girls. You're the kind of woman I've always prayed for. If I lose you, I'm done. Listening to someone say that to you does sound sweet, doesn't it? But I tell you, it is a tactic for so many men out there. It is emotional bait. They sell you a fantasy. You get hooked on the idea that you're special, you're rare, you are irreplaceable. And then they start doing the bare minimum, expecting loyalty, sacrifice, patience, understanding from you in return. They've succeeded in putting you in a spot where you find yourself doing everything possible to live up to that title of dream girl. You will find yourself doing the most, bending, shrinking, overgiving, prioritizing his happiness. What does he give you in return? Just crumbs. The moment you realize what he's up to and you call him out, he will flip and say, I thought you were different. That is their script. The dream girl talk is a trap to keep you performing for love instead of receiving it from men. Never fall for a man's word. Don't fall for their words. Always watch out for their actions. Actions, they say, speaks louder than words. There are exceptions to actions. For example, if you meet a man you just started dating, that man is love bombing you, future faking you, bringing his best foot forward, you cannot hold on to such action because it's too early to tell. A lot of men out there are very pretentious.
They also don't seem to think there's anything meaningful about you getting to know them. I don't have the language for this because this doesn't make sense to me, but it's almost like they think once you like them or you're interested in them, that's it. Case in point, there was someone that I was getting to know. I had only known him 2 whole weeks. And he made a joke that was kind of racist. And I was like, whoa, yikes, hold on. And then he tried to explain his way out of it and was like, oh no, I wasn't even thinking about it like that. Oh my God, you thought it was racist? Do you think I'm a bad person? I don't know. I don't know if you're a bad person. I've known you for 2 weeks in a limited capacity. We talk via text message and phone. And we've only seen each other in person twice since we met. I don't know if you're a good person. I don't know how you meant that. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you meant that. And he was like, wow, you're like judging me by my behavior? Like, you feel like you might like me less? What do you think dating is?
Men are so lustful, you can't even be friends with them. Like, the whole time you thinking it's your homeboy and he plotting on you. He waiting on you to become vulnerable enough and let your guard down so that he could take advantage of you. Like, it's sick. Like, y'all can't even be friends with men. Honestly, your best bet is just to avoid all men. Just avoid them at all costs. Don't try to be cool with them. Don't try to date them. Don't even talk to them. Like, they shouldn't even exist in your world. If you're a woman, like, don't even acknowledge that men exist, okay? That's the best advice I can give you. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, and it's so sad because in a perfect world, we will all be able to come together, trust each other, be nice to each other, be cool, be friends, whatever. But you can't trust these men. You cannot trust these men because there's always a hidden agenda. I'm going to put it to y'all like this. Men only want one thing from women, okay? That's it. It doesn't matter how successful you are. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. Men only want one thing from you.
Let's talk about the video clips we just watched. The very first one, the lady was reacting to a comment. So I'm just going to read the write-up on her video. She said, men are shocked when your feelings change based on their behavior. True. We will get to that. This was a comment she was reacting to. They really think they are entitled to our trust from the jump. There are so many men start off relationship that way. When they get into relationship with women, they instantly demand loyalty. They expect the woman to fully trust them. They expect the woman to believe in them. Anything they say, she has to believe it and run with it. A lot of men think this way because to them, they are the superior beings. Why shouldn't you believe them? Why should you have that? Even when some of them are obviously lying. And they feel surprised when a woman that initially was really into them starts distancing herself from them due to their bad character, due to their personality flaws, what she has noticed. Some men see this as a difficult pill to swallow and it's hard for them to wrap their head around it. Men need to understand that the duration of a relationship, how long a relationship is going to last, is dependent on the personality, the character of the parties involved. It's dependent on the quality of that relationship. The duration of a relationship should be dependent on the character of the people involved in it. You cannot be prolonging a relationship where a man is hitting you, treating you badly, cheating on you. I don't get it. A lot of women do that, but it's not supposed to be, because the more you stay in that relationship, the more your health deteriorates, the more you lose your mind, the more you put your health, your physical health, your mental health at risk. Ladies, it's okay for you to walk away from a relationship the moment the man's behavior starts changing, the moment the man's personality starts changing. If you started a relationship with a man that was love bombing you and you think you fell in love with that man, the moment that man's mask shifts and you start seeing his true color and the true color is not what you want, please walk away from that relationship. This question, can a girl and a boy truly be friends, just friends? I hear people talk about this all the time. Let's talk about it. For me, the answer is yes, but it depends on maturity, boundaries, and intention. A lot of times, it's men who struggle with the idea because society conditioned them to see women as potential partners. It goes both ways. Women also do this. They are conditioned to see women as potential partners, not just people. So even in friendship, some men start developing feelings and feeling entitled. They start feeling entitled to more just because a woman is being nice to them, a woman is close to them. Genuine friendship is possible when both parties respect themselves. They don't blur the line. They have strong boundaries and they don't convert their closeness into romantic relationship. Some of those men you have as your best friend or best friends are secretly waiting for the right moment to shoot their shot. Let me make this clear. It is very rare to have a man and a woman have genuine friendship without any expectation of romance, but it is absolutely possible. It does happen, but it's not common. Although there are a lot of people out there claiming that their male friends are their best friends, their female friends are their best friends, they would even vouch and say, oh, he doesn't see me that way, I don't see her that way. No, look deep inside. It's either the both of you or one of you are harboring sexual thoughts. You want more. You want to be more than a friend, more than a best friend to that person. That's why I always speak against this whole idea of a man being in a relationship with a woman and the woman having a male best friend, or a woman being in a relationship with a man and the man having a female best friend. I don't understand it. I'm not saying that you have to make your life all about the person you're in a relationship with. No, that is not what I'm talking about. But when you get into a relationship with someone, you need to understand what the concept is all about. And if you have a true understanding of what the relationship concept is all about, there's some boundaries you need to enforce and stick to it. Having a female best friend as a man is a no-no. You don't do that. If you had a female best friend before you got into that relationship, it is mandatory that you set strict boundaries and make that your female best friend understand that there are some things you might not be able to do with her anymore because you now have someone you're married to or you're dating. But what is common out there is this: nothing changes. She still remains your female best friend. You share with her your personal life issues. You even discuss your woman with her. Like, what kind of a setting is that? What kind of a dynamic is that?
Again, I'm still called baby by girls of 21, 22. Hello, baby. You're looking, when they call me baby, I blush. Baby, but my wife now is a fairly used mother of 4. Fairly used. So again, a boy going after her will be, I mean, his mental health will be checked. Whereas so
maybe you and one or two other women, right? I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years old.
You're not?
No.
Well, honey, I know you are attracted to me, honey.
But y'all standards are too high. Y'all are too emotional. Y'all are damaged good from past relationship.
I am not damaged.
You don't even realize you're damaged, you see, because I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years old.
You're not?
No.
Well, honey, I know you are attracted to me, honey.
But y'all standards are too high. Y'all are too emotional. Y'all are damaged good from past relationship.
I am not damaged.
Nene, you could just look at her. She looks polished. She looks well kept. Like she takes good care of herself. And then you have Trick Daddy, who's there too. I'm mad that it almost feels like she was auditioning for Trick Daddy. He says he doesn't find women over 35 attractive, and she's like, well, honey, I know you find me attractive. He's calling women damaged goods, and you're like, not me, I'm not damaged goods. Girl, who cares what that man thinks? You don't have to be every man's type. To me, honestly, one of the best things in the world as a woman is a man who you don't want, who says you're not his type. Good. Whew, then you'll stay out of my face. I feel like there are some men that do this on purpose, where they try to insult a woman to her face to see how she'll react. He's talking about women over 35, knowing she's over 35. He just wants to see how she'll react, and she fell for it. I'm not damaged goods. I'm attractive. They'll tell a woman with her eyebrow and her nose pierced they don't like piercings. They do this on purpose. So you'll say, well, I can take these piercings out. Oh, I don't have to wear all this makeup. My body is natural. Like, they want you to start tap dancing. They want you to start auditioning. And sometimes it's the raggediest men who you would never give a chance to in the first place that you're explaining yourself to. Don't explain nothing to him. When they know they don't have a chance with you, they'll try to insult you. Sometimes when a man thinks that you're up here, he'll try to knock you down a couple pegs.
The man had the audacity to call his wife a fairly used mother of four. And he was so excited because women, young women in their 20s, 21, 22 are calling him baby. And he thinks that's a badge of honor. That is disappointing. This is how men view women. The moment you start giving birth, they think you're used goods, you're a used product, you're damaged, no one wants you. And they get fed up and they're hopping up to the next shining object. Younger looking women they think are more beautiful. That is how a lot of men think. That's how they reason. That's how they function. Imagine the man saying that women that are 35 and above are damaged. Like, damaged. Like, is it okay? Is it for real? They've got standards. I love the fact that he added that they've got standards. Their standards are too high. What does that tell you? When a man cannot get a woman, they find a way to cool her down. That was basically what he was doing. They've got standards. Because to him, he clearly could not meet their standards. So the best bet for him is to say nasty things, call them damaged, so they can reduce their standards for him to fit in. That is what they do. It's their strategy. If you have so much standard, or your standards are too high, no one is going to get married to you. You're going to be single when you're 35 and 40. You're going to die lonely. They are saying all that to make you reduce your standards, so at the end of the day, you can give them a chance to be with you. No, don't do that.
As someone who has been single all 29 of my years, never been in a serious relationship, how the fuck are y'all finding people that like you back? Like, I'm honestly just convinced that everybody is fucking settling, because me personally, I've never met a soul that actually likes me back. And anytime I say that, people are always like, Sydney, shut the fuck up. Like, there's so many people that like you. I don't think you heard me. I've never met someone who likes me back. All I know is unrequited love. Like, there are plenty of guys out there who have liked me, who have told me they loved me, who wanted to be with me, but I'm not going to be with them out of boredom, out of loneliness, out of feeling bad for them. No. So that's why I'm just convinced that, like, everyone else is just fucking settling, because people are in relationships like back to back to back to back. How are y'all doing? Like, I honestly feel like I can't even comprehend how to get into one of those. Like, I don't know. At this point, 29 years by myself, I'm honestly so okay with being alone that, like, I don't even think at this point that there's hope for me. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly do believe that I will be alone for the rest of my years. But anyhow, someone tell me, are y'all settling? Y'all have to be.
Please let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're yet to do so. Thanks.